Monsters from the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something a little different and a lot spookier. The legendary monsters that tell a tale of the infamous Chernobyl nuclear power plant. You know, the Chernobyl disaster was one of the worst nuclear accidents in history, but instead of just being a tragic event, it sparked a ton of urban legends and wild stories about monsters. So, grab your popcorn, get comfy, and let's explore these tales together. All right, for those who might not be familiar, the Chernobyl disaster occurred on April 26, 1986, in what was then the Ukrainian SSR, now Ukraine. It all began with a safety test that went wrong, leading to a catastrophic explosion and fire at reactor number 4. The aftermath was intense. People were evacuated from nearby towns, and a massive area known as the Exclusion Zone was put into place due to dangerous radiation levels. Can you imagine living in a place and suddenly being told, sorry, but you can never come back? Now, when something like this happens, it's only natural for stories to pop up, right? That's how urban legends are born. People love to share tales that add a little drama and excitement to history. The eerie environment left behind after the evacuation, with its abandoned buildings and overgrown nature, inspired all sorts of ghost stories and accounts of mutated creatures. So, let's dig into some of these fascinating legends that have come out of Chernobyl. One of the most popular legends involves all sorts of rumored creatures haunting the exclusion zone. For instance, you've probably heard stories about mutated animals that have been affected by the radiation. True or not, these tales paint a picture of strange and unusual beings roaming the area. Think three-eyed rabbits or giant glowing fish. However, the most famous little critters are probably the Chernobyl cats. These kitties are said to roam the ruins, adopting the ghost town as their home. Some people speculate they're supernatural guardians. Others just believe they're hardy survivors. So, what's the deal with these rumors? Well, researchers have come across some strange findings about the wildlife in Chernobyl. Despite the radiation, nature has a way of bouncing back. Some animals appear to be thriving in the exclusion zone, but the common narratives about horrific mutations and monstrous beings are often exaggerated. Turns out, many species adapted to the environmental changes instead of becoming horrifying creatures. Let's talk science for a second. While radiation can cause mutations, not everything that was once alive in Chernobyl has turned into a monster. In fact, studies show that many plants and animals have adjusted to their surroundings. Researchers have studied the effects of radiation on various species in the area. And while there are some shifts in behaviors and even some visible changes, it's not as dramatic as you might imagine. So when you hear about three-headed anything, just remember that while the truth is weird, sometimes the tales get even weirder. Chernobyl in popular culture. The fascination with Chernobyl doesn't just end in the realm of urban myths. Honestly, pop culture has taken quite a liking to this mysterious place. From movies like Chernobyl Diaries to video games like Exclusion, the stories often portray the area filled with terrifying creatures and haunting atmospheres. These portrayals can be thrilling, no doubt, but they also perpetuate the idea that Chernobyl is a breeding ground for monsters. It's entertaining, but it's essential to separate fact from fiction. While tales of monsters from Chernobyl are fun and eerie, they're mostly stories rooted in the human need for curiosity and imagination. The reality is that while the Chernobyl disaster was tragic, the creatures that inhabit our stories tend to embellish the truth for that extra bit of spooky fun. The legacy of Chernobyl is one of caution and resilience, a reminder of the wild interplay between humanity and nature. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed our little chat about Chernobyl monsters, don't forget to hit that like button. Let me know your favorite Chernobyl myth in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more intriguing insights into history and legends. Until next time, take care and keep exploring.